Welcome to the Protagonist Pub. My name is Tammy, and it is time for the May Pile of Possibilities. I am filming this on the 15th of April. Feels kind of weird to be setting my pile this early, but that is okay. I do not have the book club choice as of this filming. I will insert a picture here of what the book club choice is for the month of May, and I will link the announcement video in the description box down below. I have a pretty good idea what it is, but I don't know for sure at the time of filming. I was going to film this outside today, but it's chilly and there is no sun, so we're stuck inside. Yesterday it was 90 and brilliant blue skies, and today it is 65 and gray. Who knows what's going on? As I spill coffee. As you know, I am co-hosting the amazing Southern Charm Readathon with Amanda and Taylor and Lauren and Lucy and Lindsay. And hopefully I have everything covered book-wise. I will keep Instagram updated as something gets checked off the list during the month of May. As you know, my parents will be here for 2 weeks on and off. So I don't know how much free time I'm going to have to read. Depends on their schedule and what they want to do and how my mom's feeling and stuff. So I know I won't be filming, but hopefully I can still be reading. Okay, so enough blathering. Remember, this is just a pile. I am undoubtedly going to pick up something else and add it to this list impromptu. I'm okay with that. So, not everything. Most of the stuff on this list is set in the South. That was very intentional. I'm good with that. So, you will notice a theme. I believe this was on my April pile, but I'm moving it to May. This is Save the Date by Mary Kay Andrews. It's set in the South. Even though it's a, thicker book, it doesn't require a lot of brain power on my part. I'm going to love it. The chapters aren't going to be, exceptionally long or detailed. I say that, and the chapter I open up to is longer than the one immediately preceding it. But I can read this while my parents are here. So that is key. Fireball, no. Thank you. Okay, next up. It's going to be my first fanny flag. That is the All Girls Filling Station last reunion. I've talked about this a lot. It will be my... I just want to dive into this. And, yeah. This should be easy. I'm looking forward to it. Next up, this qualifies for Amanda's. It qualifies for Jeanette's. That is Shattered Sanctuary by Nancy Mell. This is the first book in her new series, which is the Erin Delaney Mysteries. I will read you the back of this one. Grappling with the aftermath of a tragic incident that altered her life, ex-police officer and best-selling mystery author Erin Delaney finds solace in the tranquility of a cabin nestled deep in the Smoky Mountains. But her restful stay is shattered when cries pierce the night, hinting at a lurking presence haunting the woods. When local police chief Adrian Nightingale seeks her help with a carefully arranged murder scene, she is thrust back into the world of crime solving. As they delve into the investigation, Erin's intuition reveals chilling truths about the killer's motives and strategically perfected methods. Joined by the enigmatic Kaylee Quinn Hunter, a former FBI behavioral analyst, Erin not only embarks on a quest to stop the merciless serial killer, but also confronts the revived ghosts of her past. It is a race against time. Erin must defeat her own demons while outmaneuvering a cunning killer or risk becoming the next victim in this deadly game of cat and mouse. I'm looking forward to it. I enjoy Kaylee as a protagonist. Nancy writes good romantic suspense that is much more suspense oriented than romance oriented, and that works for me because I am not in the mood for romance in the slightest. And you're gonna laugh when you see a book that's coming up after I just said that. Okay, next up would be Sycamore Row by John Grisham. I have not read this one. This is the follow-up book to A Time to Kill. Stars the same attorney as the protagonist. I read the back of this in my Southern Charm recommendations video. I enjoy John Grisham, and I'm looking forward to this. And if I finish it while my parents are here, my father will probably pick it up and read it too. That's always great. And I'm finally giving myself permission to read this, because by the time I pick this up in May, everything I need to get done will be done and I can justify it. Abaddon's Gate by James S.A. Corey. It is book 3 in the Expanse series, and unsurprisingly, I cannot wait to dive in. That is like my gift to myself for, getting everything done that I need to get done. I should have mentioned this in my recommendations video, but I didn't. That is Faith Bass Darling's Last Garage Sale by Linda Rutledge. This is set in Texas. This was also a find in my library bookshop, and I will read you the back. On the last day of the millennium, sassy Faith Bass Darling, the richest old lady in Bass, Texas, decides to have a garage sale. With the help from a couple of neighborhood boys, Faith lugs her priceless Louis XV elephant clock, countless Tiffany lamps, and everything else in her 19th century mansion out onto her long, sloping lawn. Why is a recluse of 20 years suddenly selling off her dearest possessions? Because God told her to. As the townspeople grab up 5 generations of heirlooms, everyone drawn to the sale, including Faith's long-lost daughter, finds that the antiques not only hold family secrets, but also inspire some of life's most imponderable questions. Do our possessions possess us? What are we without our memories? Is there life after death or second chances here on earth? And is Faith really selling that Tiffany lamp for $1? I think this sounds so intriguing. I'm not sure the Faith content. I've read one other Linda Rutledge book, and there was no Faith in it. If there is Faith content in this book, it would also count for Jeanette's, because it's set in Texas. So I will let you know. I do not, at this point, know what I am reading for Discover Catholic Fiction. I have choices. I just don't know what to pick. And so that'll be one of those things I end up grabbing at some point in the month. And I will let you know. So, okay. So, although both of these would count for Anne's challenge, I am going to continue reading Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy. It's definitely in excess of 500 pages. And I would be able to read, snippets and pockets of this as the month progresses. I may not finish it in May. I'm sure Anne would forgive me if I don't quite finish it in May. So I am, however, enjoying Anna Karenina. And I am also going to start, and I know I won't finish it unless I absolutely lose myself in the storytelling, which is entirely possible because I remember that happening when I read it way back in the day. That would be a reread. That would be Gone with the Wind by Margaret Mitchell. The chapters aren't overly long, so it is possible that I can pick this up in between doing other things. I do not like this cover. It's atrocious. The book itself is atrocious. It's actually better without the cover. So the dust jacket may just make its way into the bin because it's that bad. However, I said I would talk about this when I review the book. It is appropriately floppy, so that it has that going for it. But the paper is very thin, and I do not like that when you turn the page, the print from the other side is clearly visible without, you know, squinting. And it just, it feels cheap. Which, it says it sells in the US for $32 and Canada for $43. I paid less than $18. It feels like $18 was an overly expensive charge for this book. Had I paid full price, the asking price on this book, I would be furious. The paperback had an even worse cover and was less than $1 cheaper, and I'm still on the hunt for a better copy of this book. Let's leave it at that. So I'm going to start that this month. We all know the story of Gone with the Wind. It is very much out of fashion. And if you come for me for reading that book in the comments, I will block you. Just because you disagree with history and how a story is told does not mean it is not worth reading. So, what are you reading in May? Are you participating in the Southern Charm Readathon? Leave a comment down below, like and subscribe, and I will see you here next time at the Protagonist Pub.